In this video, we're going to discuss the NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Sarah Connor and John Connor 2-pack. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking the subscribe button, as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks to various collectibles, video games, you name it. And today we're talking about something more sci-fi, definitely more sci-fi than horror. However, robots attacking the world, taking over, that's pretty horrible. But I did want to also discuss a couple of things before we get into the NECA figures. I want to discuss a couple of things that I picked up from the Spirit Halloween store. So the first is this Adam from Beetlejuice. I thought this was really cool. I did get this one, as well as this Barbara. Thought they were just cool little decorations set on the shelf. They look really cool. Here's Barbara, kind of up close. This is when in the movie they are practicing their scare techniques and trying to be all gory. So that's Barbara. And then, of course, there's Adam, who sticks his hand through the back of his head. And he's got that big nose and the nostrils. So those were pretty cool. And I was also able to get one of these. Now this is Michael Myers. Now this says it's from Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. If you look at the tag, if we can see the tag, yeah, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. It's a ceramic statue with a light up pumpkin. Apparently, from what I've heard, Spirit is only carrying 2 of these per store, so they're a little collectible at this point. I don't know if that's going to be... First of all, I don't know if that's true. Second of all, I don't know if that's just the first wave of these, if they're going to have another round of them. But if you see them, they are $40. But you got this nice little Michael Myers. Now, the Michael Myers mask isn't necessarily from Curse of Michael Myers. I mean, it just looks like a pretty generic, plain Michael Myers mask. The pumpkin is more of what does it, I guess. And then, of course, it lights up, and then you can set it just to light up like that. So that looks really cool. Good quality, sturdy. Like I said, it's ceramic, or it feels ceramic. Maybe it's just like a really hard plastic. I don't know. But let's see. It doesn't really say on here what it is. It just says it's a statue. Let's look in the inside. No, it doesn't really say, but it does look cool. I really like it. So if you see one of these out in the wild at a Spirit store, be sure to pick it up if you're a Halloween fan, Halloween movie fan, I should say. So I'll set these aside. Oh, also these are cool too. And they have other ones. These are just the ones that I liked. They have other ones from the Beetlejuice series that look pretty cool. I think they had the Sand Snake. So that was the third one that I saw. But we're not talking about that right now. We're going to talk about this NECA Terminator 2 Judgment Day 2-pack of John and Sarah Connor. So I saw this at Target. I think this is a Target exclusive, actually. This is a re-release of the Ultimate Sarah Connor, and then the John Connor was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive a couple years back. It came with a motorcycle, but they just repackaged everything and just different accessories or the same accessories. I'm not really sure. I don't have either one of those figures. So I saw this and thought I better pick this up. So really cool cover art. I like this image of Sarah Connor just being a badass. And then, of course, there's John Connor in the background. And then you got the bad Terminator, and then, of course, the good Terminator. This movie was, one of the movies that I remember seeing as a kid in the theater. My parents took me to see it, and I saw this before I saw the first Terminator. And I didn't even really need to see the first Terminator. I saw this movie, and I was just like, this is awesome. the special effects, especially at the time. But even now, I mean, you look at them and they're still good. But at the time, come on. It's unbelievable. Side of it, we just got Sarah Connor on this side. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And the back, we see the figures. We got Sarah and John Connor right there. And then with the different accessories and posed in different ways. It says right here at the bottom, 3 billion human lives ended on August 29th, 1997. The few who survived the nuclear fire of Judgment Day lived only to face a new nightmare, the war against the machines. And then it goes on. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it says down here what it includes. Sarah includes 3 interchangeable heads, a tactical vest, pistol, shotgun, rifle, and knife. And John includes an endoskeleton arm, hacking device, and backpack. Really cool. Here's the side. It has John Connor, of course, and then Terminator 2. Let's open it up. This nice flap, and there is the John and Sarah Connor right there. And then there are the figures with all the different accessories. So why don't we go ahead and open this up, take a look at them in a little bit more detail, and give them a review. All right, I got the figures open with all of their accessories laid out. Before we get into the figures themselves, why don't we go ahead and talk about these little accessories that they come with. Starting with John Connor's accessories first. Of course, we have the endoskeleton arm. Comes in this tube here. Try to get less of a glare on that, but you can see the good detail that went into this arm. And the display case of the arm, I guess, and it does open up and reveals that arm. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on there. Well, actually, I'll take it off so you can see the detail a little bit better. Just some really fine work done and attention put into all of this detail with the metallic look that it gives it. So very, very pleased with that. Go ahead and put this tube back on here. It doesn't screw on, it just pops on. A little hacking device. This is the computer. The early 90s. So that looks cool, and it has like I guess a modem. And a modem cable or card, I guess, to hack into everything. Backpack. I really like this backpack. You know, it's this hard but yet flexible plastic, but it really gives the illusion of being like cloth. I mean, if you look at that the folds and everything, and just the detail into that, just really gives it that good illusion of it being fabric. But that's really good. And this soft rubber right here for the straps easily probably can put on John's shoulders. So really good with that as well. And then, yeah, why don't we go ahead and discuss John first, and then we'll get into Sarah and all of her accessories. So here's John Connor, Edward Furlong. Let's talk about actually the articulation. Probably your typical articulation. I haven't really played around with this too much, but of these 7-inch scale figures. And he is in scale, shorter than Sarah. Head moves on this ball up and down, side to side, tilts. Shoulder at the ball joint, and then the elbow bends right there. Sometimes a little stiff out of the package, but it does bend. The wrist turns. His hands are in a position of holding something. And then he's got this swivel at the waist and the bend at the hips, bend at the knee, and then his feet. Looks like at the knee, you know, they can go in and out, but also they're independent of that, and they can go up and down and in and out as well. He was a little bit harder to stand naturally than Sarah was. I had to take some finagling, but finally got him to stand correctly. But with a you know, an action figure stand, it should be no problem. All right, let's look at this. So we got the likeness of Edward Furlong. It looks pretty good. Maybe not 100% exact, but it's definitely got the hairstyle down. You can see that goes in the back, that very 90s. Actually, I think kids are wearing their hair like that now. So, timeless hairstyle there, John Connor. Very good on you. He has this camo jacket on, which is this soft rubber, but it does fold open, so it does give it some more, I don't know, depth. Just a black t-shirt on underneath. He does have a wristwatch. And then he's wearing blue jeans and black high-top sneakers. And there it is from the backside. Pretty good job overall with the figure. I mean, I definitely know who it is. Is it the most 100% likeness that I've seen from NECA? Not really. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It's better than average. But I don't know. There's something about the face, though, that just doesn't look exactly like Edward Furlong to me. I can't quite place it, but it's definitely a good figure. I'm happy that I have it. It'll look nice. Of course, you know, I wasn't really collecting any of the Terminator stuff. And now I have these two. Well, I have to get the other two. I have to get the T-800 and the T-1000. I have to get those. So kind of make the collection complete. And then I'll probably end up getting other ones. But that's a video for another time. On to Sarah Connor. Let's take a look at some of her accessories. So she comes with this machine gun right here. This I'm not really too impressed with. I know it probably is fine. It's just black, a black machine gun. The strap is cool. It has this, you know, soft rubber strap here. But this looks like, I mean, this looks like a machine gun that came out of a 1980s Empire Strikes Back kind of figure from Kenner back in the day. So this just looks kind of cheap. I wish they would have put more detail into this. So, meh, whatever. She also comes with a pistol. We'll hold that up here. And again, it's just this gunmetal black on the pistol, which this one at least has some screws that are a different color, more like a chrome color, which adds a little bit more detail, but it's pretty plain looking. Look at the top of there. Like there's like no detail in the top of that gun. I'm not a big gun guy. I don't know what guns are which, but in the toy world, I can tell when something looks good and when something looks bad for my own self. And this just looks kind of cheap. This is a shotgun. This looks a little bit better, but still not much. There's, you know, the handle. I mean, it's still all this gunmetal. The handle's slightly different color, maybe in the right light, or maybe that's just the light. I don't know, reflecting off of it. It looks a little bit better, but the rest of the gun, you can see there's a little bit of chrome right there where the shell would eject. But, you know, the rest of it just looks, and maybe this is what it looks like in the movie. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but, and then you got all the shells on top there, which looks kind of cool. This is probably the best gun that comes in it, but still it's not that great. You know, but you be the judge. If you're really into Terminator and you know what all the guns look like specifically, maybe you're telling me, no, this is exactly what it looks like. I don't know. I think of all the weapons, this one looks the best. And maybe it's easier to make a knife than it is to make a gun, but this definitely looks the best. The handle doesn't have too much detail in it, but the blade, and then you have the strap. On this side, maybe the handle looks a little bit better, or right there it has like those finger spots for your fingers. So that's this, and then it has this soft rubber for the strap. I like the knife probably the best out of all. It's really tiny. I like the knife out of all of these weapons the best. She does have 2 additional head sculpts besides the one that comes on her. There's this head sculpt. Whoa. Boy, her hair looks pretty gnarly in this. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this head sculpt. I mean, this head just looks like a bad wig on a dude, in my opinion. That looks, yeah, that looks like a guy wearing a wig. I would not be happy. If I was Linda Hamilton, I'd probably be like, what'd you do to me? So there's that. Here's the other head. I think this is a better head. The sunglasses, the ponytail, the kind of military hat on. This is a better representation, I think, of the character and the actress. So this one is by far the better of the two head sculpts we've looked at. Good detail on that hat, too, and the hair, and the sunglasses. So that one's pretty good. Let's talk about the figure now. Before we get into the details of this figure. Again, same articulation, head on a swivel, ball joint, moves like that. Arm at the shoulder on the ball joint, bends at the elbows, turns at the wrist, turn at the hips, bend at the waist. We have the knees, of course, that bend, and then the feet that turn. And they're kind of on a ball socket. She's got these higher combat boots, so they're on a ball socket down here at the ankle. So they don't always line up with her laces. But it's kind of what you have to do on a figure if you want them to have ankle movement. But they're wearing higher topped boots. Talk about the detail. Again, what's with the hairdo? I mean, I know she had hair kind of like this in the movie. But this just doesn't. Look at that line. That seam line. Through the hair on the top of the head. That kind of looks. I don't know if I'm happy with this figure. At least the heads. I'll probably put this head on because this is the better of the two. I mean, you can just see right there. It just looks like the better of the two. The bangs really don't do her much justice. She has this like tactical vest on. Doesn't look like it comes off. Yeah, it's attached on the back here, I believe. I don't want to mess with it too much, but she's got this tactical vest, which looks kind of cool. A little sheath here that we can put the knife in if we so choose. And we do choose. Of course, then you got this weird thing that happens where that sticks out. So I guess you got to kind of train that to maybe tuck in. She does have this belt here, which looks really cool. It's got some nice detail in there with the metal studs and the clip and everything. So that looks really good. Pleased about that. She's wearing, I forgot to mention, she's just wearing a tank top underneath. Linda Hamilton was pretty buff in this movie too. She got really jacked and she looks really good. Or the figure looks really good. A good representation of that. She's wearing these cargo military pants, just black. But pretty good detail on that. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, the combat boots. Backside of the figure, more detail in that belt. You can see right away the black pants and the back of the vest. And then that hair. So why don't I go ahead. I will take her head off and kind of maybe mess around with the accessories a little bit and see what I can come up with that looks the best. And I'll show you what they look like displayed. All right, so I got them all posed and set up with their different accessories. I think I like this right here with John. He's got the backpack on his shoulder, holding his computer and kind of hacking equipment with the endoskeleton arm. And then you got Sarah here with the different head, the better of the three heads. She's got the knife in the sheath there and holding the shotgun, kind of the best of the three guns. This is how I will display it probably. But, yeah, I mean, good figures to have. They're not A+ figures by any stretch of the imagination. If I had to rank these on a scale of 0 to 5 Pamela Voorhees heads, I would probably give it, overall, a 3.5 for the set. It's a good set. That's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely not the best. There's a couple of issues that I have with the head sculpts and with some of the accessories, but I think John Connor probably fares a little bit better. Sarah Connor, a little bit worse. So combining that together, get about a 3.5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. If you have any comments about this or comments on how you would display these and what accessories you might use, go ahead and leave those comments down below. And if you like this video, please click the like button below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click both the subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies, so please check us out by searching for The Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Or you can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for The Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves. When I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait. And wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.